Okay, C495. Today I just try to show you how to use ETABS for framing and adjustment. Because the geometry of the building usually complex, so you may have to draw framing many cases. So here I'm gonna show you using the previous model, and I'm gonna show you the other the framing layout. So I'm gonna use a composite beam again and sim pin connections. I'm gonna draw the beam like this, and I need to draw the beam perpendicular, right? So since I have the beam, ETABS has some snap tool. See that line? The green line means I'm in the perpendicular to the beam. So I draw the beams and I select all the members, edit and divide. I'm gonna break the line with the intersection. So I just draw the framing like this. But I don't want this members is segmented, so I'm gonna go edit frame, join frame, and I select this beam and assign a moment and release strong axis. So this is somehow how you can adjust the beam. So this is one member, this is internally and connected, right? So see, all the beam has same moment release. Okay, so somehow you could use all the ETABS tool. Here, maybe I could do something slightly different here too. So here I divide by maybe 3 pieces, right? Instead of the column at the corner. Hold on. I'm gonna draw the beam like this and drop the column right there. So with that, I'm gonna select this beam and reassign the moment release. Since I segmented, those beams are also break pieces. So I'm gonna go and join this beam as a one member, right? So basically column was a corner, but now I move this corner column to there and reframe it. So since the other stuff I want to show you, what if we rotate this beam 90 degrees, right? Instead of parallel, just rotate 90 degrees like this, right? If this case, you need to somehow think about the metal deck slab. Instead of using just one big metal deck slab, you need to, I'm gonna choose the metal deck slab. Wait a minute, what's the property I'm using it? Deck here. Okay, 3-inch metal deck plus 4.5-inch normal weight concrete, right? So since we have a different orientation, you need to use this irregular and then click and click, click and click. So see, that metal deck should be perpendicular. And this too. Like that. So this is 90 degrees, right? And then the other two, because metal deck should be rotated 90 degrees. So I'm gonna use a rectangular quick draw option. So I draw the metal deck, but instead of just one big metal slab, I draw break it to 4 pieces. So now let's assign the loading, right? Go to uniform shell loading, uniform load. Self-head is still there. The live load, we can use assign 100 PSF, previous select, STL, we assign 20 PSF, previous select, construction live load 20 PSF. Alright, so I assigned all the load here. You see that the load was assigned. Now I'm gonna run the model. You can see bending moment diagram due to the uniform load. Again, you guys always have to double check. So here, we just click the number process, level, bending moment diagram. Okay, I'm gonna just put it on the story one. So see the moment diagram looks right, single curvature. See that especially here, any uniform load on the slab goes to this filler beam, and this filler beam reaction goes to the discoder first and the second. So this actual loading is circulating, so the discoder is really supporting this relatively big area so that the moment is relatively high. Let's change this decimal point. Okay, so you see that how to adjust the framing, right? So I think you have to get used to this. Obviously, your building geometry is more complex, so often you need to manually adjust it. All right, so now we're gonna run the composite beam design. So when you see this, you will see that because of geometry changes, the discoder is quite longer, so that it requires W27 instead of just 28, 21, right? And here you could see that because of big bending moment, the ETABS choose heavy section, W30 by 90. So based upon that factor load and deflections. So this is something that just another, just example, so that I want you to practice a little bit. This is all about geometry. First of all, you need to get used to how to manipulate the ETABS, the tool, so that you should be able to redraw the framing based upon your interest. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. On next video, we're gonna just move on to other topic. Okay.